Hi, I'm Peter Strom, founder of Nth Degree Enhanced Sports Drinks. We're ready to take on the traditional sports drinks because they're made from 1960 science. Those high glycemic drinks are made with artificial ingredients and high fructose corn syrup. Nth Degree is made with no artificial anything. Let's look at some facts. By the year 2017, $1 trillion is going to be spent on healthy items. Also, a Nielsen survey showed that 88% of the people are willing to spend more money for healthier products. Nth Degree is ready to take on that challenge because it's sweetened with platinose, a low glycemic sweetener derived from sugar beets. It digests 5 times slower in your system to increase energy and endurance. It's also packed with potassium and magnesium and calcium, which are great rehydration sources. My new partner, Mariano Rivera, says that what he puts in his body matters. Well, what my consumers put in their body will matter, and they will put in Nth Degree.
Welcome to today's Power Pitch. I'm Melissa Lee. You just saw Peter's pitch. Now let's meet the panel. Joining us on set, Jean Terminello. Jean co-founded the Big Beverage Company, where she brings startups to market. Jean also has 20 years at Coca-Cola under her belt. She was VP of Sales and Marketing. And we've got Alicia Surratt. She's a board member of the New York Angels. Alicia advises and invests in over 24 startups. And from the Bay Area, David Wu, general partner at Maveron, a VC firm with $1 billion under management. And David has got more than 30 consumer investments in his personal portfolio. So let's get to the hot seat here. Jean, you're up.
Peter, loved your passion for the consumer and your confidence in the product. So I would give your pitch an A.
Oh,
great. Do you mention platinose, a new sugar, a smart sugar, generates longer lasting energy and endurance? But on your label, you really scream out low glycemic index tested. Why not scream out longer lasting energy and endurance on the product label?
What we try to do is stick with the simpler message right now as a new product. We want to make sure that consumers can understand, what we are, and low glycemic is very important with the way, childhood obesity is and diabetes and everything on the upward trend.
Alicia?
So Peter, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to give your pitch a C. I thought that you were good in the delivery and you talked about the product and you did cite the marketing and the celebs. However, you didn't talk about your background at all, which is crucial in the execution of the business. You talked about out-sciencing the big players out there. But what happens when they decide to develop their own low glycemic product and come straight for you?
First, we are the only low glycemic and functional carbohydrate that promotes fat oxidation. We actually, if they get into the business, this is going to be able to enhance the category.
David, got a question.
I also felt like the pitch undersold what you're trying to do. I'd like to hear less about low glycemic index and slower to metabolize and hear about real customer benefits and why you have a differentiated brand. And so I'd also give this a C. But on that note, tell me more about what is the brand identity and what does the brand stand for?
Yeah, the brand identity is basically there's a lot of people that what they put in their body matters. And having Mariano Rivera as an owner, and that's exactly where we got the catchphrase, what he put in his body matters. There's a lot of people reading labels right now, and we think we're poised to go and take advantage of that.
I'm a consumer. I go to the beverage case. There's 100 of these, and they all look the same. The packaging looks the same. The colors look the same. The flavors sound the same. How do you get me to buy this?
The hardest part is to make sure that the consumer can see your product. We own distribution here in New York, which is the #1 market in the country. When we own New York, we're going to own the rest of the country.
Jean?
What are your plans beyond New York to get distribution and get the product on the store shelves?
We're working on a lot of chains that have direct options as well, plus seeding different markets like Southern California, Florida's in our plans, and some other cities.
So Peter, you've had $3 million of investment that has gone into the business so far. What can you tell us in terms of total revenues generated from that investment?
So, we have a few $100,000 in revenues, but it was by design. I mean, we basically did our research and development in the city of New York, but it's new.
Are you going after the athlete, the gym rat, or are you really trying to cross straight to mass?
Yeah, right now it's not straight to mass. We are going after that very serious athlete.
And how many bottles have you actually sold?
We've sold about 100,000 bottles, but we've also given away about 100,000 bottles as well. So we've got it in about 200,000 consumers' hands.
So we've heard what Peter had to say. Now we want to know if the panel is in or out. Jean, what do you say?
The other bigger brands are going to be coming out. I know Gatorade talked about coming out with an organic, and I think speed to market is going to be critical. But despite that, I think that your product is hitting the sweet spot in sports drinks so that reason I'm in.
Alicia.
He is operating in an intensely competitive industry, and the health trends are no surprise to some of the big players out there. So I would need to see a lot more traction, him go beyond a lifestyle business territory to really go in. So unfortunately for now, I'm out.
David?
I like the background of Peter and the team and think that gives them a unique advantage in this market. But that's at the same time, in such a competitive, crowded market, I'd like to see a brand identity that really differentiates itself from the aisles and aisles of competition. So I'm going to be out.
All right, well, Peter, you got 1 in and 2 outs. What's your reaction?
We feel pretty good about our brand preposition, and I'm glad we got 1. So thank you very much, and I'm happy with that.
Peter, thanks so much. And of course, thanks to Nth Degree as well, and our panelists, Jean, Alicia, and David. And that's today's Power Pitch.